Hey everyone, it's Jim from Radio Wasteland Records. Time once again for our weekly check into some of the new releases headed to an independent record store near you. As always, just the highlights of this list, including this upcoming week, which is a huge list of releases on the way out. If you'd like to see that full list, head over to our website at radiowastelandrecords.com. From there, look for the upcoming releases button and click on that, and you can scroll through the PDF to your heart's desire. There's a lot of other great stuff that we're not going to be able to get to, including a whole bunch of Bad Brains reissues coming as Punk Note reissues, some stuff from Within Temptation, and lots of other goodies. So check out that full list when you get a chance. We'll have a link directly to that in the description below as well. But for now, though, let's hit the highlights of those releases scheduled for release on Friday, the 26th of July, 2024. Well, if you saw this movie, you might want to grab that soundtrack. Chances are, if you saw the movie, you know that the soundtrack's coming out and you're already on a wait list for it. This is from Ghost, or The Ghost, however you want to refer to it, and the soundtrack is Right Here, Right Now. Something our description says is a unique phantasmagorical blend of mesmerizing live performance and intriguing narrative which started haunting cinemas back on June 20th. So Right Here, Right Now is the original motion picture soundtrack to that film. Double LP, as we mentioned, from Ghost. Now, there's a lot of different versions, so hang with me here. We're only picturing the silver vinyl version, but there are other ones that you could look into as well. There's a black vinyl version of Right Here, Right Now, double LP, listing for about $33. The silver vinyl version, which we have pictured here, is the limited edition indie exclusive version. This one comes with a photo book as well. This one listing for $33. Then there is an import version of this coming from Universal UK, which will be on Coke Bottle clear vinyl, including that 16-page booklet and an official movie poster. Price goes up for this one, though. That one listing at $54. And then finally, we have a translucent sea blue colored vinyl of this coming from Holland. That's another import from Universal. That version listing even heavier, coming in at a suggested list price of $62. I think we'll be getting some extra copies of the silver vinyl indie exclusive, but if you'd like to delve into some of those higher priced ones, just let us know and we'll see what we can get a hold of for you. And speaking of movies, here's another soundtrack. This is Deadpool and Wolverine, the original motion picture soundtrack. Now, my description is fairly sparse on this. The images we're showing, I cannot guarantee will be the actual images of the album as it comes out. I'm seeing two different things. We're going with the cooler looking one, but the Deadpool and Wolverine soundtrack set to drop. It's also being said that this is on colored vinyl, but I think that there's two LPs and it's going to be kind of coinciding that yellow and red color vinyl. Looks like color bands on some of them that we're seeing here. Again, I apologize for not having some better descriptions on this, but we're given what we're given. Deadpool and Wolverine, the original motion picture soundtrack, multicolored double LPs. This one listing for about $38. And here's a follow-up to that very cool Punk Floyd from about a month or so ago. This is called Punk Me Up, a tribute to the Rolling Stones. Various artists. And the description says, hot on the heels of the wildly successful Punk Floyd tribute to Pink Floyd comes this punk rock salute to the bad boys of British rock, the Rolling Stones. Reverent but revolutionary takes on Stones classics, performed by veteran punk and garage rockers Fear, the UK Subs, the Dead Boys, the Members, the Vibrators, Anti-Nowhere League, Jah Wobble, Flamin' Groovies, and many, many more. Longtime Stones fans and punk rock devotees will be both surprised to hear how well these familiar songs transform into supercharged punk anthems. Again, if this is half as good as that Pink Floyd punk tribute was, then this is going to be a cool one. Punk Me Up, a tribute to the Rolling Stones, coming from Cleopatra Records on red vinyl. This one listing for about $28. And one more tribute to tell you about. We'll be getting to another Talking Heads and the reissues coming up, but this one's called Everyone's Getting Involved. Various artists paying tribute to Stop Making Sense from the Talking Heads. We've got artists on here recreating Stop Making Sense, including Miley Cyrus, The National, the Linda Lindas, Paramore is on here, Gene Dawson, The Cavemen, Girl in Red, Lord, and Chicano Batman. So Stop Making Sense. Everyone's Getting Involved, a tribute album to the Talking Heads, Stop Making Sense. On colored vinyl, doesn't say what color, of course, but this one coming in at a suggested list price of $41. Next up are a couple versions of a live Blur album. This is live at Wembley Stadium. All of the tracks for this live album were recorded in 2023 in London. We have a double LP version of this. I think that's what we've got pictured here. Blur Live at Wembley Stadium, listing for about $40. And then there is a triple LP version of this, I'm sure just extended with some more music. That one listing for about $60. Wrapping up the new releases with some new compilations, including this very cool one. This is Fleetwood Mac, the best of 1969 through 1974. This is a brand new compilation celebrating the early years of Fleetwood Mac. The release features selections from Then Play On from 69, Kiln House from 1970, Future Games from 71, Bare Trees 72, Penguin 1973, Mystery to Me from 73, and Heroes Are Hard to Find from 1974, including classic tracks like Oh Well, Part 1, Jewel-Eyed Judy, Future Games, Hypnotized, and many, many more. So this is kind of that intermediate area before Fleetwood Mac really kind of blew up with Stevie Nicks and Christy McVie, but Christy McVie is on some of these from those mid-range albums, and it comes after that blues-infused stuff that really signified the early stuff from Fleetwood Mac. So Fleetwood Mac, the best of 1969 through 1974, double LP, black vinyl version listing for about $37, and then there is a brick and mortar exclusive on blue colored vinyl. This one also listing for about $37. That's the cool version. Everybody wants that colored vinyl, so this could be some very cool stuff from Fleetwood Mac, stuff you don't normally hear because of how popular they were post Rumors and out. Other new compilations, we have a best of Randy Newman on colored vinyl. Randy Newman gets his mix of energetic hits like Mama Told Me Not to Come and soulful classics like You've Got a Friend in Me. Lots of stuff you're familiar with Randy Newman for. $35, double LP on that blue vinyl. And then there is a Chicago Greatest Hits, 1982 through 1989 on blue vinyl. Single LP on this one, and that one listing for about $25. Lots of great stuff on the reissue front as well for the 26th of July, including this, well, recent one from Olivia Rodrigo, another version of Guts. This is called Spilled. Guts, Spilled, get it? Deluxe splattered vinyl version. Very limited edition on this of that double LP with the splatter vinyl. Looks like an alternate cover as well. Price tag on this one, though, is way up there. $57, the suggested retail price. A couple of reissues scheduled from Linkin Park. We have Meteora. This is a limited edition splatter vinyl pressing as well. Their groundbreaking second album, originally released in 2003. That one listing for about $25. Lots of pre-orders on that, by the way. And also from Linkin Park, we've got a reissue of Hunting Party, which was originally released in 2014, the band's sixth studio album. This one is a double LP and lists for about $35. Next up, we've got a 25th anniversary edition of Californication from the Red Hot Chili Peppers. This is a double LP on colored vinyl. And this album, by the way, was produced by Rick Rubin and marked the return of guitarist John Frusciante. So to mark the 25th anniversary of this landmark album, this limited edition double vinyl pressing is being reissued with one LP pressed on red vinyl and one LP pressed on ocean blue vinyl. So Californication from the Red Hot Chili Peppers double LP coming in at a suggested list price of $35. Here's one of those RSD Essential releases, which tend to go fairly quickly. It's a reissue of Earth AD and Wolf's Blood from The Misfits. Not much of a description to go with on this, other than to say it's coming from Plan 9 Records and is being repressed on kind of a purple marble or swirl colored vinyl. Earth AD, Wolf's Blood coming from The Misfits, this one listing for $33. Here's yet another reissue coming from UFO. This is The Monkey Puzzle. Originally released in 2006, this album features 4 out of 5 members of the band's classic lineup. They returned at that time to kick out this 18th studio album from the British hard rock legends. UFO's The Monkey Puzzle looks like it's coming on black vinyl. I don't see any other notes otherwise. This one listing for about $28. Next up is a pair of affordable reissues from the Grateful Dead. We have got Go to Heaven and Shakedown Street. Each of these coming on colored vinyl. Go to Heaven coming on this blue colored vinyl, same with Shakedown Street. Both of these coming from that series of Warner affordable reissues, both of them coming in also at the price tag of about $25. Next up is a Warren Zevon reissue, self-titled. This is a deluxe edition of that. Warren Zevon's 1976 self-titled album, according to our description, is a remarkable debut that showcases his distinctive blend of dark humor, literary lyrics, and rock-infused melodies. Double LP on black vinyl, Warren Zevon's self-titled The Reissue, coming in at a suggested list price of $35. This was released, I think, just last year, but now we're getting a repressing because that one disappeared fairly quickly. It's the expanded deluxe edition of Stop Making Sense from the Talking Heads. Stop Making Sense is widely regarded as the best concert film of all time. So this double LP edition features the full show back in print. Comes with a booklet in there as well, this double LP pressing of Stop Making Sense, repressing rather, from the Talking Heads, listing for about $40. Love 'em or hate 'em, here is Morrissey and Beethoven Was Deaf. This is the live version of that album, remastered at Abbey Road Studios and reissued for the first time since its original release in 1993. Recorded during the Paris tour of that year, 1993, this remastered album is being made available on something called Black Bio Vinyl, because of Morrissey, of course it is. Beethoven Was Deaf live, a 2024 remastering of Morrissey's live album, coming in at a suggested list price of $25. Here's a fun one for you Jello Biafra fans or Dead Kennedy fans. This is The Audacity of Hype from Jello Biafra and the Guantanamo School of Medicine. The description says it's back in print on limited edition blue vinyl. In the 20-some-odd years since his brainchild, the Dead Kennedys, officially disbanded, Jello Biafra has made a career of spoken word gigs, interspersed with musical collaborations with some of the most compelling figures in underground music. Recording projects and touring with the likes of the Melvins, No Means No, DOA, Mojo Nixon, of course, and Lard, among many others. So this one was when Biafra decided to finally start a band of his own, and we're getting this reissue of Audacity of Hype on blue-colored vinyl, coming from Alternative Tentacle and Revolver Records, listing for about $30. Got a couple of different versions of a reissue of The Police and Synchronicity. First up is a picture disc, a limited edition version of that. This has got the same 10 tracks in a different running order compared to the final released version. Not sure why they would do that, but the bespoke artwork exclusive to this picture disc. So if you're collecting all of the different variations of the Synchronicity cover, this one's got yet one more to add to your collection. Synchronicity picture disc limited edition, this one coming in at $36. But then there is an expanded deluxe edition of this reissue of Synchronicity, limited edition 4LP set. It allows you to immerse yourself in the definitive vinyl experience of the Police's magnum opus. This is our description, by the way, with this 4LP super deluxe edition. The first LP is the original album, remastered from the original source tapes. LPs 2, 3, and 4 feature a treasure trove of rarities, including 7-inch, 12-inch B-sides, live recordings, unreleased alternate takes, demos, and 6 previously unheard songs. So hailed as the Police's finest album by Rolling Stone, this limited edition box set is a must-have for collectors and audiophiles. Again, the description says providing unparalleled exploration of this timeless masterpiece on vinyl. 4LP box set. Looks like we've got a lot of extra goodies in there as well. Synchronicity by the Police. This one coming in at a price tag of $175 suggested retail. And finally, speaking of big box sets, we've got a reissue of the Beastie Boys and Ill Communication. The description says to celebrate the 30th anniversary, 30th anniversary of the multi-platinum album, this limited edition deluxe release is a rare version of the album that was originally released on a limited run in 2009. Long out of print and sought after by fans and collectors, this 3LP set is pressed on 180-gram vinyl and features the lenticular cover art and includes a bonus LP of 12 tracks of remixes, B-sides, and rarities, all housed in a nicely rigid slipcase. So this triple LP expanded edition, deluxe edition, if you will, of Ill Communication from the Beastie Boys, coming in at a suggested list price of $125. And that is a quick check of some of the releases headed our way for Friday, the 26th of July, 2024. If you're local here to the Radio Wasteland universe, you can stop in or call and we'll put in a pre-order for you. Otherwise, you can check out our website at radiowastelandrecords.com for the full list of everything we didn't get to mention in this brief video. So just look for that link and click on the PDF and you can go through that list in its entirety. So until next time, this has been Jim from Radio Wasteland Records. Thank you so much for being here. Please don't forget to hit subscribe, like, comment, do all the stuff that YouTube likes you to do to help keep us on the air here. Till next time, thanks again for watching, folks. You have a good week.